Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with atbbq.com, and today I want to show you how to make giardiniera. A giardiniera, if you're not familiar with it, is an Italian condiment. It's like a relish of fresh and pickled vegetables that are in olive oil and some vinegar. It's fantastic. This is what you get when you go to Chicago and you ask for hot peppers on top of your Italian beef sandwich. And we are making specifically a Chicago style giardiniera today. So the pieces are a little bit smaller. It's got the sport peppers in it. And this is a great condiment, not just for that sandwich, but for all kinds of other things. Lately, I've been frying it up with my eggs in the morning. It's fantastic on hot dogs or brats, burgers, pasta salad, any of that stuff. So once you learn how to make this, you're never gonna wanna buy it again because it's so much better fresh. This is not a difficult thing to make, but it is a bit time consuming because of the amount of knife work that's involved. Now, the main two ingredients that we're gonna start off with here are serrano peppers and a cauliflower. I'll show you how I break down my serranos. I'll split them first down the middle, and then one more time, so kind of quartered lengthwise. You could do this with a more mild pepper if you're really trying to make a mild version of this, but since we are essentially making what we would call hot peppers, we're gonna make sure we use some hot peppers. Now that I got them quartered, I'm gonna get rid of those seeds and that kind of pithy rib. Some of them will easily just scrape out. Some of them it's easier to do with a knife. So now we're just gonna chop these up pretty fine. So we've got 1 cup of serranos. That's gonna go into the bowl. And we're gonna do the same thing with our cauliflower. Cut it roughly the same size and the same amount, 1 cup. Cauliflower into the bowl. Now for the rest of our fresh ingredients, the red bell pepper, the carrot, and celery, we're gonna do half the amount we did with the serranos and the cauliflower. But it's the same general thing, a small dice. Get our carrot peeled, dice it up just like the rest. And finally, we've got the celery. Break it down just like the rest. So throwing in the carrot, the celery, the red bell pepper. And what we're gonna do here is we are going to brine these vegetables. So we're gonna take a ½ cup of kosher salt over the top. Give this a mix. We're gonna let this sit in the fridge overnight so that salt starts to work its way all the way into the peppers and the veggies. And then we'll rinse it off so it's not super salty. I just so happen to have one that I've been brining overnight. You'll see in here that some of that moisture has been coming out of the vegetables. So these are covered in salty liquid right now. I'm gonna go rinse them off in some cool water. So now that we've got our fresh veggies brined, we're gonna add a few more items, starting with some sport peppers. We're just gonna break those down, just like we did everything else. ½ cup of these guys. So sport peppers in with the brined veggies. Next we've got olives. I'm just choosing like my favorite green olive, and we're just gonna do a rough chop on these. All right, toss those in the mix, let's do garlic. Last little bit of our knife work here, I think. We're gonna break down some garlic, just mince it really fine. And in goes the garlic. Now beyond that, what we've got is some red pepper flakes. Again, we're making hot peppers. We got a little bit of oregano. And a little bit of celery seed. Give this a good mix. Now we're not quite there yet, but I wanna get a taste. Oh yeah. Salty, crunchy, spicy, already getting the oregano and the garlic. So at this point, what we want to do is pack these into some jars, and then we're gonna top them off with our oil and vinegar. I'm just gonna fill these all the way up. All right, we're gonna get it all into 1 quart jar. Almost all of it. Now for the liquid, we're gonna do equal parts vinegar and oil. We're using a white vinegar, and then I'm gonna split the oils. We'll do about 3/4 of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. And then 1/4 cup of chili oil. Again, bring in the heat. Let's throw it into a marinade mixer, a shaker, just shake it up. Give it that temporary emulsion. And then just pour it right over the top. We're not quite gonna get all of that in there, but the idea is to have it entirely covered, throw a lid on it, and put it in the fridge. Good for a couple weeks. Now this is a jar that I've had sitting in the fridge for multiple days, and honestly, it tastes its best after a couple of days. Oh my gosh. Just gets better with time. And once you've got that oil in there, it just coats your mouth. All of those flavors are all over the place. It's honestly not too hot for me. We could go a little bit hotter, but you guys can always adjust that heat level by choosing what kind of peppers you're using in here. The tang is just right from the vinegar. Not anything fancy, just white vinegar. Big time flavor. You need this in your life. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out atbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoy the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you want to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to atbbq.com/thesauce. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.